Hi. Again, this is completely unexpected, unplanned, pretty much like the rest of my videos, so it's probably still going to be a hot mess. But I really felt like I wanted to come on and make some kind of a video today, even though I am a little apprehensive about it, because I've been told, or I guess informed via my research, that in order to be, successful on YouTube, that you need to have a very specific niche. And I thought I had that with Color Street, which I do. I mean, that's how my main channel started, is, hey, I just became a Color Street independent stylist, follow along on my new journey. And it was my goal to put out videos that I didn't necessarily see when I was researching what it was like to become a new independent colorist stylist, Color Street stylist. But quickly I realized that, I'm also a kind of, I craft, I make things, I like to make things, and I'm doing a lot of that with conjunction with my Color Street. So then it kind of turned into a little bit of like, well, yeah, I'm a Color Street independent stylist, but I also like to craft. Well, the third main component of me, who I am, is, by trade, by day, I'm a mental health and addiction therapist, and that's my passion. Helping people find the inner strength that they didn't realize that they had to make the changes that they need to make, right? Personal development, all of that is just, oh, that's my jam. And I love it. I love it for me. I love it for other people. I kind of struggle sometimes with myself, right? Like, my Instagram handle is a hypocritical therapist because I sometimes have a hard time taking my own advice. But that's pretty common. But also because I do struggle with a lot of things, sometimes I think that it makes me relatable, and I share those struggles because I am just human as well. So maybe that's what this channel is going to be all about. It's going to be Color Street and, making pretty things and motivation / personal development. I don't know. All I know is this is me. This is the thing. These are the things that I like. These are the things that make me who I am, whom I'm passionate about. I love to try new things. I love to be passionate. I don't like to pigeonhole myself into one thing or another, especially now. This almost 2 years. We're coming up on like 3 days. It's been 2 years since I've been on this ridiculously epic wellness journey. It's not just a weight loss journey, although yes, I have lost 100 pounds. Well, actually, I did lose 100 pounds and the holidays hit, and so I'm kind of getting back to that. But at one point, I did lose 100 pounds. I'm still hovering around like 90, so that's still not bad. But it's been so much more than that. It's been an overall transformation in the way I look at things, the way I feel things, the positivity, even financially. I am rehauling, reshaping, transforming my entire life. And I am willing to share that with anybody who's willing to listen, because I have learned a lot along the way. So, okay, I always start these videos with these long rambling sessions. Anyways, so the point of today is, yesterday was just a craptastic day. One of those days where literally everything that could go wrong went wrong. Things that have never even been an issue all of a sudden were an issue. Things that I'm like, is this even possible? It was the kind of day where you actually had to ask yourself, am I being punked? Like, it was just out there. And, I tried to shake it off, but I woke up today still in a little bit of a funk. And unfortunately, one of the things that I am very aware of, that I struggle with, but I'm trying to rectify, is that when I do feel negative over something happening, which is perfectly acceptable, it's okay to not be okay. I'm not able to really compartmentalize. I'm not able to kind of keep it in this basket, right? It unfortunately will sometimes overflow. Like, this is crappy, but all of this is good. Sometimes I struggle with that. Sometimes it's like, this is crappy, and so now all of this is also crappy, right? Anybody else relate? Again, really working well on it. It wasn't terrible yesterday. I was able to kind of go on, but still, that overwhelming belief that I've always held about myself for as long as I can remember, that, I can't do anything right. I can't make anything good happen. I'm never going to be able to do this. Why would I even try? Everything always turns to crap, right? Like, those kind of intrusive, automatic, negative self-belief thoughts were really creeping up pretty bad. And I let it get to me. And, I felt really close to wanting to give up on a lot of things that I'm kind of pursuing and trying right now. and one really doesn't have anything to do with the other, and I'm not really sure how or why that happens, but the point is you got to rein it in. You got to be aware of it and then just be like, no, this is crappy, but all of this is great. One does not always have to equal the other. 1 + 1 does not always equal 2 when it comes to things like that. Anyways, but this morning I did wake up in a little bit of a funk still, and I believe the universe gives us what we need, and randomly, haphazardly, while looking at something completely different, this popped up. That spoke to me. I was like, yeah, that is it. That is it. I need to remind myself. I need those 3 words: positive, optimistic, determined. I need to remember those, because that's what's going to keep me going. Again, I'm on Instagram, and I kind of preach on there a lot. I was going to keep, color street and like therapist a little bit separate, but again, this is who I am, and my worlds are going to mesh, and that's okay. And I'm here for that. So I preach a lot on my Instagram, and one of my wholehearted speeches is that motivation is, this is where I would insert a beep if I knew how to do YouTube videos and editing them. No, it's BS. It's complete BS. There's no such thing as motivation. Motivation does not exist. The actual definition of motivation is a motivating source. So a source, a thing that gets you motivated. So what propels you? So what is your why is basically what it comes down to. So no, you don't need motivation. You can't find motivation. It's not under the couch cushions. It's not, in the chair or packed away. You can't find it. It doesn't exist. The only time it exists is when you're focused on what's motivating you, which is your why. So you don't need a stronger motivation. You need a stronger why, or at least you need stronger dedication to that why. Seeing those end results, really wanting that result, is what's going to propel you to have that motivation. And that's all there is to it. And you have to remember to stay determined. But there's going to be bad days. And because of that, you have to stay optimistic. Because you know what? Yes, you can have a crappy day. Does not mean that the results are going to be crappy. You're going to have a crap ton of crappy days. Today does not necessarily equal the result. However, being positive and consistent today will ultimately affect those results. So you can take this crappy day and you can be like, well, that's it, and get done, or you can be like, yeah, today was a crappy day, and that's okay, because I have crappy days. I'm human, but tomorrow doesn't have to be crappy. And if it is, I'm still going to try to stay positive, optimistic, and determined, because yes, it's okay 100% to not be okay, but you have to recognize that it will be okay. But most importantly, you have to make it be okay. And that's what it comes down to. So there's my Wellness Wednesday motivation for you. No Color Street, although I am doing my live unboxing of my stylist kit tonight, which I'm super excited about that. So yeah, the next video on this channel will probably be a version of that. And I was also thinking about one of the main videos I did not see that I always was looking for was how to store your kit, right? Like all the things you get in your kit. Where do you put it? All of the, if you do have giveaways, if you do have envelopes for shipping, how do you store all of this? So I did make a little command center for my Color Street, and that's something that I do hope to film. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you're liking anything that I'm putting out there at all, again, Color Street, crafty, now apparently, therapy, rhetoric, like it, maybe subscribe. I don't know. It's just for fun, but thanks.